car repair mistakes you're never making again in 2024.
Patrick's Garage.
Grab your snack, welcome back. One mistake that you gonna trust mechanics. Which one want to help you to buy this car if you want to buy used car? You want to go to buy car with mechanic. But no one mechanic gonna check this car completely. You want to check this car. All these things which you're gonna popping around during your car using when you using this car, you start using this car, you driving around during the trip, you can get all these things. And one mistake will be you should be aware of all these things which can be happen with old car, so you will be prepared to these complications when you're driving around first times. This will be before you're gonna to repair all these things. First you buy a car, you get this car probably for nothing. And this doesn't matter, you get this car for nothing, or this car will be so expensive, probably guy want to buy this car cheap, and then they want to selling this car with margin more expensive for you. For average guy, they know where they can buy this car cheap, and they want to selling this car with more high price. They know how to do this, so they're gonna to do this. This way how they make living. This way how they earn their money. If you agree, you can go and buy the car from them. I'm also doing these things. I go to these guys who selling these cars more expensive than they buying because I need this particular model, so I can't find this model online cheap, but they know where they can find these cars not so expensive, so they with higher price they can selling these cars for you if you can't find. I can't find, so I go. This was long years ago, decade, probably more than decade. I bought car from these guys which want to earning money this way. And yes, the main thing, you want this particular car. You don't want to get accolades from your co-workers, from your relatives. You want this car, you want to go and buy this particular model. You want used car, you want to go and buy used car. You want to buy new car, you want to go to dealer center, you want to test drive. You want to buy this car, you want to spend your own money, probably you go to deep debt. Who cares? This your money, you can do whatever you want. But this car should be really car which you desire. No any case you want to strive to achieve validation, outer validation from other persons, from your bodies, from relatives. Thing is, this car for you, in general, they don't care which car you gonna buy. Who cares about your cars? They want to just blah 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 about cars that you should to buy, but you must make this choice by own desires. You know feedbacks, and you reading these things online, and own your choice main thing for purchase. Yes, probably your granny, your uncle was saying, "Oh, I bought new cars. You also must to do this." I don't care about my Uncle George. He want to buy new cars. Why I want to repeat what doing my Uncle George? I don't care about my Uncle George. And thing is, if you buying this old car, you accepting accountability. So you must check this car. Yes, you want to go with mechanic to buy this car. Or maybe current problems will be pooping away, something falls away, falls down from the car, or this is not so bad thing. You like this car, you have this car, you desire this car, and all these complications during car maintenance you go through more easy because you really want to achieve these repair results during car restoration. Even if you want to buy a car for restoration, probably a really dirt cheap car you want to buy, but I'm never advised to buy a really dirt cheap car because later, more in future, you want to spend a lot of money, so you save money, you buy cheapest car, but later you waste the money for this repair. But you want to save money during this process of searching. You spend time for searching car. Never do this mistake. This really mistake to find cheapest car, rusty car. This probably horrible mistake to buy rusty car. And one exception, you want to buy the car just for training your own skills with welding. Probably, yes, I like to tinkering all stuff. Yes, welding also good things, just knowledge on welding. But if you have used car all the time, you can find rusty spots which you can welding, these dots of welding, you can do this. And I have really experience saw these sparks from welding. You see, here was sparks falling to my head when I welding my car, but I was very young, and it was very this was so fascinating, very interesting, this experience of a welding machine. This wire goes away and I'm welding. Bzzz. Really hilarious experiments with this welding was frame, rusty frame. You never gone to welding a rusty frame. Probably you can repair the floor on the car. What may be rusty arches. These kits for replacing arch. But this really will be mistake if you want to buy a rusty car. This also can be mistake if you want new car and you really trust these clowns, these dealers. These clowns will be, they want to offer you this car with they not consumes this car not consumes a lot of gasoline. They want to say you, but from where this goes, this means weakest engine with turbocharged small engine, like for Volkswagen doing these things. Yes, really decent gas mileage. I want to buy this car. But later, you struggle with these low tensile piston rings. Car starts burning oil. This really crappy situation when car burning oil, this level of oil, you see dipstick, you see that level go to minimum. What that means? You know, tensioner in engine work with pressure of oil. So what that means? Goodbye engine when piston meets with valves. These horrible things they doing with this unreliable, yes, engine with interferences. Not good. I think this means nothing. If you go and buy your trust new car, that means good. Nothing about this low tensile piston rings oil, goes away, and you with not sufficient level of oil, you can engine can be worn, distracted completely. So you don't want to trust new cars. New means nothing. Yes, old car with proven design. My engine 50 years old, it not burns oil. This crappy Volkswagen, when I worked as a driver on this crappy Volkswagen, All that time I'm added oil to the engine because level of oil gradually goes down. This car was oil burner. This was a really crappy engine with turbo. New car under warranty. And what do you think they saying me? They saying that engine burns oil because this turbo and here is a jar of oil especially for you. What that means? Mistake. If you go watching to the car, one glance enough. What inside the trunk? If you see that here is oil, probably car burns oil. You never know that car burns oil when you want to buy a car. Just look to the trunk and you see the jar of oil. Yes, I'm not gonna say that I can't stand new cars. A lot of cars, really decent cars. A lot of trucks, Toyotas, like my neighbor bought this big truck, Toyota Sequoia, so big truck. I think this really reliable. This is decent cars. Yes, I admire by these cars, Toyota trucks. I worked as a driver on Toyota. This was a really great car, not burning oil. They not burns oil. They know how to do this car. Who knows? You want to go to buy new cars. Who knows? Who assembled these cars? Do you know who assembled these cars? Who produced these spare parts? I can trust these guys who selling the cars now. Now, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. Click the subscribe button and notifications bell so that way you can be notified as soon as I upload new videos about car repairing. But one exception, Toyota, I think. Trucks, big trucks, Toyotas with big engines, with big volume of engines. Small engine with turbo. This really crap. I mean, gasoline engine with turbo. Yes, I want to buy a diesel truck with big diesel engine. I can trust small gasoline engines with turbo. Turbo not intended for gasoline engine. Turbo killing small gasoline engine, but another thing, diesel. Now, if you really like my videos, please share it with your friends.